Possibly, maybe. Who knows? Yes. So hi, hello. Welcome to my first solo stream ever. So this is going to be very interesting as my typical co-pilot, Nikki T, is not here. But don't let that deter you. The chaos is here. It'll be fun. I'm actually super excited for this series. So this is going to be, Void Side Chats is going to be very more on the analysis side and things like that. I know it gets kind of crazy over on the podcast. That energy is going to stay over here because I am who I am. But we're gonna dive here into the main story, especially after that main story drop that we just got. Holy crap, guys. I finished it this morning because I didn't sleep. And I'm horrible with cliffhangers, so once I got started, I just kept going. And I have so many feelings about the new chapters that dropped with Rafayel and Xavier, which Nikki and I will probably be diving into with the podcast later today that we're going to record the episode for. But as for Today we are going to go back to the beginning. I want to take us all the way back and kind of see how we got where we got, and the theories and the stories and the characters, and kind of come up with our own little theories about where this is going, because there's so much happening. And also because what Infold has done with this story is so well done. It's really my jam of this game. Nikki's really into the battle. Battle's great. It's one of the better battling systems that I've seen, especially seeing how Nikki's reacted and several other friends of mine who have played it. But I'm a story girl. I got a degree in English for a reason, so this is my heart, this is where it lies, so this is where we're going. So I'm hoping as this series continues and more of you are able to join, that this can be a bit more interactive. But for now, I am streaming into the void, and we're just gonna go. So, hi Sylus. As you can see, just finished it. So let us go to Under Deep Space. Let's get nostalgic up in here. To the beginning. Now, this first chapter in the original 8 series sets our mood, sets our stage, and there's some interesting tidbits and foreshadowing that I caught this time around, and I'm going to be interested to see if you catch them too. My way of figuring this right now in terms of format is we're going to play the scene, and I may do some reaction, but mostly I'm going to hold until each part is done and then discuss afterwards. Some of the things we're seeing, I may pause in the middle. I'm trying to get a feel for it. Do let me know in the comments what you like. Do you want me to just kind of go through it and then give my thoughts? Do you mind if I interrupt and react in real time? I want to kind of build this stream together in this kind of conversation between all of us. So absolutely looking for feedback the whole way through. So leave your thoughts, leave some encouragement, because wow, this is frightening. And let's see where we go. So let's get going. So we've got Singularity Echo as our opening title, which already they're kind of setting you in a specific space for this. No pun intended.
Hello, Lincoln City. DPSC-FM here to greet you on this early morning. Did you sleep well last night? Weather's nice today with winds at 5 kilometers per hour. Certain areas have a higher metaflux index due to the deep space tunnel. Expect wanderers to appear more often. We would like to thank all the hunters in the city for allowing us to live a normal, peaceful life. Next, a detailed report for each district, areas that are at high risk of being attacked by wanderers. All medical personnel, please get ready. Today is going to be another busy day. We now have a message for all the new hunters who recently passed their exams. Now that your journey is about to begin, we want to express our deepest gratitude and wish you all the best as you face the challenges ahead. And that's all for today. But before we go, please enjoy this gift we received from Deep Space 14 years ago. Love and Deepspace. These electromagnetic signals have traversed time and space, a miracle of the ages. One day we will be able to evolve from our current limitations, transcend the boundaries of life, and reach the stars. At a certain moment in the future, we can pass through the deep space tunnel and discover the future awaiting us.
So there we have it. Our setup, our introduction. We had our original OT3, like our original three boys. We had Zayne, Xavier, and Rafayel. All posed very like we got them in our different aids. We got us introduced. I do want to draw your attention to opening with Tracebacker 2 and how out the gate Infold is setting the story in terms of start thinking about time, start thinking about cycles. We're caught in a loop. Everything is about loops. It's about coming, it's a return and cycle that starts over again and over again and over again. And goes into my joke about MC being a phoenix in the reincarnation cycle. But we're already setting that space for everybody. And the animation is just so lovely. But then we go from there into our next section. But I just want you to keep that in mind. Time and cycles and repetition. It's a theme that is going to appear repeatedly throughout the story. And it's going to be interesting on how the writers weave it in. So let's go ahead and go on to the next section and get our fabulous introduction. And you all get to see my hunter.
14 years ago, the deep space tunnel appeared above Lincoln. It led to anomalous geomagnetic storms, and the creatures known as Wanderers emerged. From such an event, the deep space hunter was born. Now society has returned to a sense of normalcy, but there are still Wanderers lurking in the shadows. Here today
After they
with
hand
us
out our
are many
badges, we'll be
seasoned
assigned to a
veterans in the
squad,
industry.
which will determine our future.
Aw, look at Tara. She's so cute. I loved this introduction for her. It's so interesting to see her here before she goes into where she goes. But the setup on here is very, very interesting. And I want you to keep that date in mind because we're always going to be circling back to 14 years. So time loop, 14 years. They're being really specific about setting critical points in the timeline and how it all comes back to that one moment. And we're going to discuss some theories about 14 years ago and the deep space tunnel and where we're going from there. But it's very interesting how they're setting up the narrative, and they're already out the gate just kind of making sure you're going, okay, we've got traceback time, we've got 14 years ago, we've got Tara being right here. They're moving us in this direction that I'm curious where other people are going to take this, but for me, it's just the setup that we're doing here and the triangulation is just very interesting. But hi, Tara.
Nervous? That
But
won't
we
change
care
the
only
outcome.
about results.
It's better to
The
stay
end
calm.
justifies the means.
Is it? Is it better to stay
Our
calm?
goal as hunters is to extract the protocores from wanderers in hopes of destroying them once and for all. That being said, congratulations on passing the selection process. We are grateful for your hard work. We will now begin the ceremony and hand out badges to the new Deep Space Hunters. First candidate.
That's you, isn't it? Hurry, get on stage!
Yes, go forth. Stand up.
Hello, sir.
Place your hand here to confirm your personal info. And how's class? It's been a while since I've seen this eval. You have a lot of potential for growth, and might even acquire new abilities. I can see why Jenna picked you, as soon as the rookie list was released to the public.
Now, that's an interesting thing to state here. So, two big pieces of information that we get in a single paragraph. One, the highlight that she has the potential to grow and gain new powers outside of what we're going to initially see and deal with within battle. And then also, I didn't pick up on this the first time I played, but I'm picking up on it now, where he highlights that Jenna immediately picked her as soon as the list goes public. Like she was just waiting for the moment to do it and then grab it. And I'm curious on if that's just a random statement or if there's something else, because we have been circling on, and I've talked to Nikki and some other people about this, how much Jenna knows, especially given given Xavier being Xavier. And it's like, how much is Jenna aware? How much does she know? Did she target MC out the gate? Or did she just go, Enhausen class, which is apparently a rare class. I want that. Take it. So there's two ways that could go. And this could be just because I'm a Captain Jenna fangirl and I really, really would like to see her brought more into the plot and a little bit more knowing in that mentor vibe. And I really do want to know what that backstory is between her and Xavier, because she's got to know. She has to know more than she's saying. But I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, so two big things. That there's powers that MC may gain or has had, but she doesn't remember. And two, Jenna specifically targeted her. And whether that is just a throwaway comment or part of a larger conspiracy, I'm not certain. And I'm actually interested to hear your thoughts on your Jenna conspiracies. Just how much does Jenna know? That's what I'm curious about. How much does she know?
It can't be detected?
As usual. Sir, that's likely because a wanderer attacked me 14 years ago, and ever since then, my eval level hasn't been stable.
Understood. That event did change many lives forever. You're not the first evolver whose level couldn't be detected. This isn't the only criteria we use when evaluating a deep space hunter. As long as you have the skills, this industry welcomes you with open arms. Congratulations, you are now a deep space hunter.
Do you think that was a throwaway line about Xavier? When he's saying, not the first time somebody's eval rank couldn't be detected? Because it's possible. I don't know. It feels like a throwaway line to Xavier. But that could be just me and my love of conspiracies.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we're doing good. We're setting up. There's a lot of good, juicy information coming in. Now they take us into Mysterious Light, and this is where we're going to start having some fun. At least for me. So, let's go ahead and get into it.
Rookies, this is Jenna speaking. I'm your Unicorn's captain today.
The fluctuations are stronger.
Hey,
I'm
Jenna!
closer to the source.
This abandoned base for protocore research. I need everyone to split up and search the area. Eliminate any
Your
wanderers
evo's
who
even
encounter
better than the
this is my first
detector.
mission since joining Unicorn.
Hi, I'm Tara. Remember me? I was standing next to you during the badge ceremony.
Of course. We're lucky to be on the same squad. Oh, do you want to work together?
Sure. The tarot reading I did yesterday told me that I would be super lucky today.
Look!
Wanderers! They're here.
Gosh, I wonder, do we accept this mission? Do I have options?
The highest threat level here is only B, which matches the fluctuation we just felt.
A fluctuation doesn't have a set value. Something's off.
Why don't we split up and look around first, just to be safe?
Sure. I'll go inside then.
I'll scout the perimeter to see how far these fluctuations go. We'll regroup here once we're done. Be
You
careful.
I love it. Let's work together
There's clearly
and then
been a metaflux explosion,
immediately
but it doesn't
separate.
match the Wanderer's threat level. Something's not right. What? A hunter? Are they also here for the mission?
Now I want to pause here on a second. Look how they've set him up. Look how they've framed him in this shot. He's in light, but he's also very much in dark. He's not full on sunlight. He's not full on shadow. He's hanging out in between. The enemy evols all around him. He's got either looking wounded, but also more of that sleepy vibe. They are absolutely coding him out the gate in that Prince Charming kind of way. But and also I love it. Dude's just taking a nap.
There are traces of metaflux on him as if he was attacked.
Seriously, Xavier, it's just taking wanderers all
First glance,
around.
He doesn't seem to be injured. I should call for backup.
Hunters Association Support Center. Is there anything I can do?
Quiet.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. But you,
Fluctuations.
watch out.
Now, did you catch that? First time I did this, I didn't catch his suppressor there. But you see it right along his neck? It was so subtle. And what I love about it is it just looks like standard hunter equipment. You have no idea what you're looking at. It just snaps into place like a hunter's watch. So it's there from the beginning. And if you know what you're looking for, you see it, but elsewise it completely blends into everything else that he's wearing and doing. So you don't fully register what you're seeing around Xavier the first time you see it. It's excellently placed. And there's the red.
It activated its protofield. You're a hunter, right? Let's defeat it together.
Now I'm going to go ahead and skip the battle scene and just go into the next chapter. Nobody needs to see my auto.
He can use the light evil, and he's strong. I haven't seen anyone like him among the rookies.
This isn't it.
That protocore could have given us useful info. Why did you crush it?
Huh?
Forget it. There's more to this than meets the eye. I need to investigate. Were you also assigned here? This place is more dangerous than it seems. We should get out of here and think about our next move.
No, we can't. We became prey stuck in a trap the moment we walked into this warehouse. Come.
You.
Aw, see? MC, in the beginning you were asking follow-up questions.
Did anything unusual happen before the explosion?
I was sleeping at the time.
Seriously? In this place?
Exactly.
There's nothing complicated going on, just a trick of the light.
Wanderers and light. Nothing.
They're luminivores. No movement, no fluctuations. Over here.
Luminivores eat light. And your evol is... This can't be a coincidence. Is this a trap specifically for you?
I'm just a normal hunter. You don't need to look too deeply into it.
Yeah, totally. Normal hunter. Absolutely. Everything that you've done so far screams, I am just regular Joe. Nothing to see here. Everybody move along. Totally not a plot. It's totally a plot. And the question is, though, is it... Well, do I want to talk about that now? Like, do I do a straight reaction playthrough? Do we talk about spoilers yet? Not certain yet on where I want to take this. So for the moment, hold that, but still, Xavier, baby, honey, love you, Starboy. You're not selling that line. You're really not selling it at all on the whole normality thing. Not even close.
You might be someone's prey, but from another perspective, isn't he just bait?
What are you thinking about?
If we can't escape, let's lure the Luminivores out and take them down in one fell swoop.
You...
Use your evol. The point of convergence is getting stronger. Looks like they took the bait.
There are a lot of luminivores. If we don't take them out in one go, they'll respawn using the light.
In that case, we'll just... use my evil.
Please forgive me.
I always thought that was interesting why he asked for forgiveness in using her evil. And by the way, if you hear a cat screaming in the background, no, he's not being tortured. My baby's just a spoiled brat.
We actually defeated all of them. This is the first time I've experienced an evil resonance this strong.
The fluctuations are gone, and so are the Wanderers. Your plan actually worked.
Try not to sound so surprised,
but
Xavier.
not even a single protocore was left behind.
They were accidentally blown up.
The residual energy should be enough, right? So we're acquaintances now? I'm a new unicorns recruit. And you?
I'm Xavier. By the way, could you do me a favor? If anyone asks what happened, tell them that, aside from the Wanderers, you saw nothing else, alright?
Don't you think that makes you seem a little suspicious?
I'm sorry. I'll explain why the next time we meet.
I'm heading over to your location right now.
I'm fine. Over here! That's my colleague. Where did he go?
I lost your signal and couldn't contact you at all. These protocore fragments. You took down those wanderers by yourself?
No. Actually, It's hard to explain, and I can't do it now.
Well, what matters is that you're okay. We'll talk more once the mission's over, alright?
Xavier. How mysterious. Him being here surely couldn't have been a coincidence.
And it really isn't. And I love how they set the conspiracy around Xavier and put in these little nuggets that you kind of start see coming into fruition in the newest chapters that dropped. Am I going to go spoiler territory? I think I'm going to go spoiler territory a little bit. I'm not certain who's going to see this, new players or not, but we're just going to go with it. I think it's interesting, and I love the fact that they start laying the plot that Xavier's being hunted. And the question is, at this time, and I'll split the difference between straight up spoilers and just talking about it. He's being hunted. The question is, who is he being hunted by? Let alone, why is he being hunted? And then she brings up the topic of bait, which, why make him bait? What is he, if he is bait, then what is he bait for? Is he bait for the Wanderers? Is he the bait to get something else happening? So, one, kudos again for MC, even though apparently in the later chapters she forgets how to ask follow-up questions. In the beginning, look at her. In the beginning, she's investigating, she's asking questions. She's like, this seems a little strange. You're just sleeping around a bunch of Wanderers and really powerful and totes normal. Air quotes around normal. I'm going to ask a few questions here. I don't know why that changes in later chapters. It's like it's like Game of Thrones, and they had to nerf the characters to make the plot work. They kind of had to nerf her intelligence a little bit, or at least sell it to the, I trust them when they're doing shady shit, so I'm not going to ask the question, but I'm going to put a pin in it and come back to it at some point. But it would be really great if more in the moment in later chapters she was still asking these kinds of questions. So the cleanup at the abandoned research base wrapped up nicely. The Hunters, Terra, and I returned to Unicorns. As expected, no threat levels higher than an A rank were detected in the area affected by the Metaflux explosion. When we cleared out the remaining Wanderers, we didn't encounter any more danger.
By the way, did we get anything from the data we sent back to HQ?
They said data analysis would conduct another investigation. We have to wait for the results before assuming anything.
It was kind of scary now that I'm thinking about it. I'm glad you're okay.
You should do a reading for me. Maybe my luck's also pretty good today.
You're still in the mood to crack jokes?
She's got a bit of a reckless streak as a hunter.
I had been trying to contact you for a while, and I was just about to try every method possible, both scientific and mystical.
Like, what mystical thing were you gonna do? A Ouija board? MC wasn't dead. Like, what? I don't... Girl. You're gonna throw out tarot cards in the middle of a hunter investigation? Like, excuse me, Wanderers, I need you to hold for a second, throw down, and do a quick reading. According to the tarot cards, you're not going to survive this battle, and my bestie's that direction. Like, Tara, I love you. I love her so much. Jenna! The bright screen on the wall suddenly dims. Captain Jenna emerges from a hidden door.
Finally, we meet face to face, Unicorns recruits.
Everyone falls silent under her commanding gaze.
I am relieved to see that everyone has returned in one piece. Your performance was recorded and uploaded to our database by the Hunter's Watch each one of you is wearing. Unicorns only chooses the best of the best. The squad will take that into consideration and assign you to the appropriate sector. In the foreseeable future, the difficulty of your assignments, nature of your work, and scope of your missions will correspond to your sector's role and responsibilities. The uncertainty and fear we need to be prepared to face is far greater than what we've seen today. This means we will need to have an open mind, remain flexible, and have trustworthy allies.
She's so fabulous. I love her so much.
Mission, I have to say that it was executed very well.
Thanks, Jenna.
Thank you.
God, I wish she was my boss. With those words, Jenna smiles briefly, looks around, and then slips behind the hidden door. The room's lights turn on and are followed by beeps from the hunter's watches, one after another. Everyone erupts into a frenzy.
Mission data analyzed. Please report to your respective sector at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Sector. Data analysis. Captain Andrew. Wow. Data analysis. Yesterday's fortune was right.
What's it? As someone who's done data analysis, no. That's... Oh, Tara. Better you than me. Better than
Well,
you than me.
What does yours say?
I look at my own watch. Under the unicorn section, it says... Sector, Alpha Team, Captain Jenna.
You're working directly under Jenna? Wow. Can I visit you in the future whenever I want?
Are you sure you're not using that as an excuse to gawk at Captain Jenna?
I have two eyes. I can look at you and her at the same time, right?
You know, I sincerely appreciate this energy. It's... And this is also when I totally started shipping her and Captain Jenna together. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yes, love this. Needs to be a thing. Oh, you.
Well, that's it for today. Wanna grab a bite to eat?
Absolutely. Pardon me, sneezing. Mini drones equipped with 360-degree eyes, infrared sensors designed to monitor wanderer activity, patrol the sky. Today's Lincoln is nothing like the one that was attacked 14 years ago. After Tara and I grab a quick snack, we decide to walk around the square, relaxing our minds after a busy day. So you admire Captain Jenna because she saved you, is that right? We stroll past the trees lining the path before sitting down on a bench near the square's monument. Her eyes light up as she excitedly shares her past from over a decade ago.
And just like that, the Wanderer was gone! Poof! Disappeared into thin air. After escorting me to a safe place by the road, she said, "You're safe now. Go home." That's what we call max level of security.
She's crushing so hard. I love this girl crush. I support this girl crush, absolutely.
So yes, as you can see, I became a hunter to follow in Captain Jenna's footsteps. I want to be as badass as she is, to be her equal and fight alongside her.
One day, you'll be able to achieve your dream.
Oh, I've just been rambling on. What about you? Why did you become a hunter?
Me, well... Under the clear sky, Azure Square is lively. I look away, and as far as my eyes can see, the horizon is painted by the gold of the setting sun. Ah yes, time for our traumatic flashback. Exposition time! I still remember that from 14 years ago. It was also a lively evening. The roars of wanderers like a flood drowned out the screams and the cries for help. I sprint through the streets, covered in rubble, not even knowing what monster is chasing me, until a sharp pain pierces me and burrows itself into my heart. Very important line. Gonna read that again. Everybody put a pin in that. Until a sharp pain pierces me and burrows itself into my heart. We will come back to that. A makeshift shelter made of the remains of collapsed buildings is within sight. Trembling, I muster all the strength I have and crawl toward it. Amidst the dirt and gloom, a small seedling breaks through the soil. If I survive this, I don't want to be anyone's prey. I don't want to only run when there is danger.
Looks like you're reminiscing about something from a long time ago.
That's amazing. You can tell fortunes and read other people's expressions. She is so saucy in this line.
Yeah, I can see you're anxious, but also full of anticipation.
This is a very important symbol for Lincoln City. Mr. Guidey welcomes you to Azure Square.
Mr. Guidey. Really? Humans need to discuss their naming capabilities.
Here, the past and future coexist. The old and new mingle together seamlessly. This is the charm of Lincoln, the city of innovation. Wow!
It's so noisy. Like a kid who's constantly shouting.
Everyone, look over there. Tide Street is hosting a marine-themed exhibition. Follow me.
Ooh, I wonder what we're foreshadowing. Let's call it here. We have to get up early for work tomorrow. We should go home and get some rest.
Right. After all, we've experienced a real battle. Getting a good night's sleep is important. I live pretty far from here, so I should be heading home soon.
See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
After Tara leaves, I also get up. I'm ready to head home. Noticing a figure that's been hiding behind the bushes, I can't help but sigh. Also, let me know in the comments if you want me to read the stuff out, or if you prefer to just let me have it on screen for a minute for y'all to read and then move next to. But for now, I'll just read, and then you can leave comments and let me know if never to do that again. Hey kid, can I help you or anything? But I'll just get going if you don't need me. The bushes rustle slightly, then quickly stop moving. I'm only able to take a few steps before I feel a tug on my coat.
So, miss, I overheard your conversation. Are you a hunter on a mission?
I'm a hunter on standby.
Everyone says hunters are super strong and you can do anything I ask, right? Right?
Brimming with confidence, he pulls out a stack of shiny gold cards from his pocket.
Here's what I'll give you as a reward. A full set of Super Hunter AR cards. And it has a limited edition Hunter Lux. Follow me!
Hold on, at least tell me what you... So back to my theory about Jenna and Xavier. So clearly Jenna is at the catastrophe as the same time as Xavier, because we know Xavier was rolling around at the catastrophe while being Lumiere. So again, how much does Jenna know? I swear, this woman knows more than she's telling us. She totally picked MC the second she was able to do so. She's got Xavier rolling around doing quote unquote totally normal hunter things. Jenna absolutely knows more. Absolutely. But now we get to have our next love interest come into play again. Oh, I love it every time.
We're almost there. I need you to help me catch that little red fishy.
Sure thing, but I can't promise I'll succeed. Is that okay with you?
Lucas! Oh no, she spotted us! Take this net, and don't say anything about me hiring you.
He ran away already.
Unfortunate. This species of fish can only survive for a week on land.
A tourist?
The fish is gonna slip away, you know.
That wasn't a loaded
Ta-da.
comment. Such a show off.
The owner probably just wanted to throw in some fish to fit the theme. But this one, bright as a flame, is a real flamula from Lemurian legends.
La Mula? I'm not very familiar with those myths or folklore. Oh. Hat Island is closed off because there have been reports of wanderers. You should stay away from that place for now.
That explains why I couldn't get a boat ticket. It's good that you were here to let me know. Otherwise, I really would have wasted my time.
Wait. Here's the fish you caught. I hope it'll survive longer with you. If you like the sea, you should go to White Sand Bay. It's the most beautiful beach in all of...
Walks away.
But he didn't even let me finish. Darn it.
He's totally peacocking for her. And it's so funny. He's so over the top. Like, hey, baby, remember me, but don't remember me. But do remember me, but don't remember me. He can't make up his mind, I swear. Oh, God. Rafikins. But now it's time for our doctor visit. Hey, Yvonne, it's me. Just coming out of the elevator. Dr. Zayne hasn't gone home yet, has he?
Don't worry, all checkups are in the system, which sends out notifications. Dr. Zayne can't forget them.
Yeah, besides, even when he's not working, he's still in his office. I met Zayne after Grandma took me in. I was 8 years old then. Our families had been friends for years, so we'd occasionally get together for meals. We didn't meet again until half a year ago, during a follow-up checkup on the protocore fragments in my heart. I would have never guessed that after not seeing him for more than a decade, he'd reappear as my primary care physician, because that is not a HIPAA violation in any way, shape, or form.
You've known
Totally
Dr. Zayne
fine.
for a while, right? I'll transfer your call over so you two can get started.
No, don't!
Oxo Hospital, for a brighter future.
Good job. You were 10 seconds away from being a no-show.
I fought everyone to book the last appointment of the day. Wait!
Don't worry, we have 5 seconds left.
Oh my God, Zayne. Do you really need to be precise?
3, 2.
Arriving at the office door, I push it open.
Congratulations, you weren't late. Is this impeccable timing a new evol ability of yours?
I can't believe you're just sitting there and counting down. What are you, a ticking time bomb or something?
Yvonne said you returned to Lincoln at 5 o'clock this morning and were back to work by 7.
She tells you everything.
You said it was a vacation, but you were actually in the Arctic to work on a secret project, right?
Patients shouldn't be so nosy. Report. Any changes recently?
No.
No.
I've had one exam after another, so I pulled a few all-nighters.
Ignoring medical advice like it's nothing. I suppose you're just here to go through the motions. Sit over here, please.
Huh?
Listening.
Right. This isn't the first day I had protocore fragments in my heart. Even Dr. Dean said I was perfectly fine. And it's been 14 years. If anything bad...
Don't talk, but you should still breathe.
Zayne looks so serious. Did he notice something was off? Nah, he just normally looks aloof. He probably has the same expression on his face regardless of whom he's treating.
A fast resting heart rate. What riled you up this time?
Like you don't know.
You're just imagining things. Fine. I was really nervous, okay? But I'm always like this whenever I see a doctor.
Truly, your allergy is unique.
So?
Heart arrhythmia, premature ventricular contractions, heart murmurs.
Really?
Despite being aware of the risks, you still became a hunter.
Make fun of me all you want, but you know why I did it.
I wasn't mocking you. Lincoln has been the safest it's ever been under the watchful eye of our skilled hunter.
Not necessarily. One
He's
day,
so
our
sarcastic.
skilled Dr. Zayne will find himself in a bit of a predicament. The hunter who saves you might just be me.
If you wish to hold something over me, then I suggest you be careful while out in the field. I prefer not to see you be airlifted to the hospital via helicopter.
He really has the most beautiful eyes. Every time I just get lost in them. Okay, I'm gonna do the next part and then I'm wanna discuss a couple of things that got dropped in these last couple of chapters before we go on to chapter 2, because we're getting a lot of information. So much information. Finally, this busy day can come to an end. I plop onto my bed and pull out my hunter's watch. In my inbox is a team recruitment notice that's signed by Jenna. I actually became a hunter. Unicorns and its alpha team. I wonder what the veteran hunters are like. Outside my window, under the night, the trees sway, their branches rustling to the beat of the wind. Thunder rumbles in the distance. Is it about to rain? The weather forecast didn't mention anything about a storm. Suddenly, the phone rings. Gosh, I wonder who it could be. Oh shoot, I forgot to change that. Well, I've just exposed myself. It's fine. Caleb?
I knew you'd still be awake. What are you up to?
Just got home. I'm beat.
Your first day of hunting. Well?
Where should we go with this? What do you think, chat? Should we say it wasn't bad? It was a little rough? How we feeling? I'm gonna say it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I didn't bring disgrace to my family.
Well, that's good. What matters is that you're alive.
And now I have Mulan stuck in my head. What about you? Why are you calling me now? Aren't you on a military flight operation?
I should be cruising along, but things wrapped up quite nicely and ended early.
Did you guys encounter any wanderers in the deep space tunnel? Was it dangerous?
Are you actually worried about me?
No, duh. If something happens to you, we won't be able to see Grandma together at the end of the month.
Come on, I know how important it is to you. Even if I was in a wheelchair, you'd push me there.
Ugh. Say something good for once. Don't jinx yourself.
All right. It's been peaceful. The field within the tunnel is as stable as it can be. Very few wanderers. Don't worry.
Well, here's the problem, Caleb. You have a bad history of, like, underplaying everything that happens to you. And you're like, it's fine. And you're bleeding out on the ground. So it's kind of hard for anybody that knows you to not worry because they know that you're lying through your teeth. Speaking of which, really, every time you tell me not to worry.
Everything else is top secret. My lips are sealed.
Yeah, everything is a secret with you people in the Deep Space Aviation Administration.
Yep, mysterious and spooky.
Total confession, I absolutely saved that line. I'm so scared. Scared enough for the pipsqueak to put cilantro in your food.
Okay, I'll stop.
Seriously.
It's late. You should go to bed now. Sweet dreams.
Ever since Grandma took Caleb and me in, she hasn't stopped worrying about us. I picked up my phone, set an alarm, and then walked over to the window. She must be really happy that I joined Unicorns. As I draw the curtains in the darkness, something strange catches my attention. I look up and... here it is! First appearance. Outside my window, separated... ooh, this is going fast. In the blink of an eye, darkness swallows everything outside. I couldn't understand what I just saw. Raindrops fall. Their trails of water seemingly cut everything. The overwhelming darkness of the night envelops the nearby buildings. A storm rages on, swallowing all the light in Lincoln. I don't know why this section got sped up. And with that, we reach the end of chapter 1, and we got a lot here. We got a lot happening in chapter 1, which is so funny to see now, given the release and where we are now at the end of the current main story. But what Infold has done in this first chapter, 1, basics. We've got all of our main characters in play. So you've got Caleb on the board, you've got Zayne on the board, you got Xavier on the board, and Rafayel on the board. So you got your 4 boys. Then you've got Tara on deck, Captain Jenna on deck. And they did a good job, I think, getting you the basics out the gate. Even if you're not the kind of person to go into the more, what do we call it? Back section, where you can go read the messages, the magazines, the backup articles and things, if you want to go deeper into what's being discussed. For just surface in and out, if you're mainlining the story, they get you everything that you need to know. 14 years ago, big thing went down, chronoshift catastrophe, deep space tunnel appears overhead, wanderers come out of everywhere, Hunter Association gets created essentially. But you have Xavier at play, you have Jenna at play, Tara also was there, everybody's got affected by it. But back to that line that I told you to pin earlier, where she's talking and remembering specifically about the chronoshift catastrophe and running from that wanderer, and she specifically mentions that she gets this piercing feeling in her chest and the pain in her heart. I have been debating, and I know that I need to personally go do some more reading on it, about when exactly does MC get the Aether Core shard lodged in her heart. Because it seems like from the main story, what's being implied is that the shards get embedded into her heart, because it's not a full Aether Core, it's shards. Their Aether Core fragments get launched into her chest / her heart during the chronoshift catastrophe. And when that happened, everything kind of goes a little sideways. Her evol goes sideways, so it can't be registered. It's not as stable as it was. And I'm wondering, is it that the Aether Core shards were put into her heart during that event, or was it earlier? Was she born with the shards in her heart, or did the shards appear later and then enhance what was her natural evol, her natural powers? I'm not 100% certain. I think that it occurred during the chronoshift catastrophe. But it could have been before, but I don't think so, because it's her power and her evol has always been attributed to who she is as a person. The Aether Core fragment and later the full Aether Core, however we want to pronounce that, and the later cores that she consumes, it's to me implied that she's able to do this because of who she is instinctually. It's not because she's got core fragments inside of her and then this allows her all these extra abilities. What's special about her is she herself. Everything else is an enhancement or a augmentation. Now, I do think it's telling that Infold makes a point to say to us that, oh, her powers will grow and evolve. Now, a couple reasons why they could have done this. One, covers their butts, essentially. in a narrative story, because now, cool, we've stated that if we have her evil end up needing to do a Deus Machina, we can do it because we already said in the beginning that her power could evolve and gain new abilities. So everything's on deck. Or they thought it out from the beginning. They know exactly what her powers can do. And this is them putting those initial breadcrumbs, because they're putting multiple plots in play in the first chapter. A lot of the stuff that you're seeing here actually comes to fruition, or at least gets addressed in the most recent lore drop, in the most recent stories. So, you know, for example, the whole, hey, Xavier, are you being hunted? Was this a trap? Now we're all sitting here going, cool. Is it a trap? Is it an ever trap? Is it a backtracker trap? Bait. Who is he bait for? Is he bait for her? Because it's been made clear that Ever knows exactly who she is and where she is and who she's essentially in communication with. So, but at that time, she doesn't know Xavier yet. This is technically their first meeting, at least from her perspective. So, how far back does the whole use other people to get to MC start forever? And with Xavier and the Backtrackers, was that kind of our first hint of that plot coming into play with the contention between all of those ladies and gentlemen, all those people, and, you know, the push and pull between Soren and Xavier, or was that set up by Isaiah? Who knows? But it gets you thinking, and it gets you questioning who's trying to kill Xavier. We also get to see the immediate drop with Zayne's plot line about super secret mission in the Arctic. We don't know what it was. We don't know what's going on yet in the story, but they've already made that abundantly clear here. By the way, he goes and is doing something over here in the Arctic. And they also give you the nice little background on their connection as childhood friends. And Raphael's just Raphael, peacocking his way through. Bless him. But with Rafayel, what you're getting, of course, already the first drop about Lumeria. But to me, what was more interesting is how from the beginning of his introduction, they are setting the stage and the scene for some very specific symbols with him. Fish is standard, but did you notice how from the gate they frame him in the colors blue and red? Those two are highly significant for Rafayel. One, you've got Ready, which we just got in chapter 1. But then the Lumerian Covenant and things are represented by the blue fish. They're also supposed to be indicative of both her and Rafayel, with each one of them being represented by either the red fish or the blue fish. But even his cardigan has that red and blue stripe on the line, which may seem just like an aesthetic detail, but given the fact that red and blue constantly keep coming up around Rafayel, 1, red for fire, his evol, 2, blue for the sea god, this push-pull between these two colors, between these two forces, the fire and the water, the two different energies, as well as the dichotomy of Rafayel himself, who is Rafayel and also the sea god, which we can see in some ways with his storyline, how it's not that Rafayel is the sea god, he's an avatar of the god. He embodies the god's power, but there seems to be this kind of separate entity that is the sea god, that all of the sea gods are a part of. So we're already laying a lot of groundwork between our Chrono Shift Catastrophe plot with the 14 years ago, with Zayne doing mysterious stuff up in the Arctic, with Xavier being, hey guys, I'm totes normal, there's nothing to see here. Yeah, sure, I took a nap in the middle of a bunch of wanderers, but isn't that what everybody does? Like, he was not selling that. Like, Xavier, baby, I need you to sell that so much harder. But we're already in, you know, the trap for him. So they've got a good base and a good grounding here. And what we need to watch is the timeline in terms of she and Caleb, very important, are adopted by Grandma at the age of 8. Chronoshift catastrophe happened 14 years ago. So we've got this, you know, how old is she? Where is this on here? How much was she involved with it? Everything goes sideways in that event when the deep space tunnel goes. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, it's yeah, they've got the majority of those plot lines pretty much set in the first chapter, and then they kind of build and take and go. I still think that comment about you're not the first evolver who we couldn't measure their evol for is about Xavier. I think that was a throwaway line to him, but they could just be doing general world building. But I think it's a throwaway line. All right. There's going to be a lot more in 2. So this one's going to take a bit longer to get through. There's a bit more reading involved. So you get to listen to my dulcet tones. But let's get into chapter 2. And now we can start building on some of these conspiracies and these plot lines and start kind of weaving in some more of this lore that they're going to set up, especially for the myths that they have for the boys. And also, it's our first big mission. So excited. The Intel Department, Protocore Research Department, VR Training Center, Armory, Archives, in a towering 20-story building, various sectors. Didn't need to scroll, guys. Various sectors with their own responsibilities exist. It offers a variety of services, all meticulously organized and fully equipped to support every aspect of a hunter's work and life.
Hunter's Watch, HOS 11-4. Metaflux detection system has been updated to the latest version. Guidance for each floor has been uploaded. Use of the Sleepin' Pod has been approved, and access to the VR Training Center has been granted.
After performing a flurry of dazzling maneuvers on my watch, the spherical robot opens a compartment on its body.
The system log shows you had less than 4 hours of sleep last night. The quality was also extremely poor.
I find that mildly invasive. A console appears from the compartment and it presents a small pillbox.
A special delivery. 1 drum reel.
Better living through chemistry, I guess. I touch the bags under my eyes, my mind replaying the scene of that eye appearing by the window last night. I thought wanderers had appeared, so I rushed out of my home. Despite scanning the nearby area, I didn't find an abnormal traces of energy fluctuations. I'll try and dig up some info from the squad's files. I'll also be on the lookout tonight. Suddenly, a holographic screen appears and interrupts my thoughts. The adorable voice resounds in the room once again.
Alpha Team has special life insurance for its members. Please sign here.
That's kind of creepy timing. Huh? Seriously creepy timing.
Alpha Team is on the 3rd floor. The office is next to the Mulberry Bridge.
Oh hey! Hi, Final Frame. Yes, I can see the chat. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream.
This is so in case of an emergency, you'll be able to arrive anywhere in Lincoln City within a few seconds. I need to go now. Have a great day.
Sorry, I got a little distracted, but yes, I see you. The robot leaves, and I'm all alone. I turn around and see an empty office. Sunlight shines through the glass walls, illuminating a pile of untouched paperwork. A new recruit's equipment should be at their desk, and mine is...
A newbie.
Well, it's different. This is actually my first solo stream ever, so I'm still kind of getting the whole vibe down and multitasking and things of that nature. But yeah. I have a bestie, and she does stuff on the back end and works her magic. So I have no idea how she pulled off some of the things that she did, but she's pretty dang incredible. Yeah, I'm always open for advice. Oh yes, and now we have Nero. Don't you love how they gave Nero the total like conspiracy vibes? They make him into that Office meme. You know, the one where the guy has the conspiracy on the wall with all the red string? It's totally Nero. I hear a voice in the corner. A table appears from the shadows, and behind 3 rows of old widescreen monitors is a man with a small eyes scrutinizing me. He must be my teammate. Hello, I'm...
Stay right there.
Hesitant, I don't move. I inadvertently look at the array of dark-colored monitors. It's rare to see such old-fashioned products in an era of rapid technological advancement. I guess they're mainly used to avoid small talk. The back of the monitors are plastered with dozens of portraits of wanderers, big and small. Handwritten notes containing all sorts of information are present. Among them is a familiar face. Isn't that a Lumnivore? The wanderers in the records are all rare. It seems this person is quite knowledgeable. Oh, right, what I saw outside my window last night. I walk up to the monitor and give it a few taps. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Do you think there are wanderers that can turn invisible or just disappear in a split second? It's okay if you don't want to answer.
What did you see?
Instantly, he's like, what did you see? What do you know? Can I pick apart your brain? As if a switch has been flipped, he suddenly springs up from behind the desk and walks over to me. Well, it's just...
Shh, draw it.
His small eyes look surprisingly bigger as they fixate on me. He shoves a pen in my hand, its tip a flickering red light. Okay, anybody know how to pronounce this one? Because I'm going to take a stab at it, and I'm probably really wrong about this. A Bremago? I need a pronunciation guide. They really need to give one.
You know about them? This has the latest Kennel OS. It's fresh from the oven of our techies. The resolution is 3 times better than the previous version. Oh, I only use it for work. That's it. Look, here's the TSC security authentication code.
I nod and take the pen. I press the switch, then the tip emits 3 green streaks of light which coil around my arm. This is where this gets creepy. Like, super creepy. The memory of what was behind the curtain appears in my mind once more. The moment the pen touches the paper, lines begin to dance across it. In a matter of seconds, the fearsome eye is drawn out.
Beautiful.
Is it?
I mean, it looks dangerous.
Better response. Recalling what I saw, I manually add a few more details. That's all I can remember.
Just leave it to me.
Like, it totally makes a Picasso. If I'll have to give you my Discord later. I don't remember my Discord name off the top because I've changed it recently so many times. So, but I'll give you my Discord in a little bit. I want to get through this section of the chapter first.
Nero, Andrew is looking for you.
The door swings open. Captain Jenna walks in. It seems she just returned from a mission.
Let me remind you that data analytics is on the 5th floor. If you prefer to hide here for some peace and quiet, you might as well request a transfer.
Nero doesn't dare to respond. He snatches the pen and paper from my hand and runs away without looking back. Ma'am?
Call me Captain like everyone else. Jenna works too. How's the paperwork? If there are any issues, you should speak up now.
Or forever hold my peace? Like... Everything's going well, but the squad...
It's normal for us not to be here. We don't need to sit in HQ all the time if there's no mission.
Perhaps sensing my awkwardness, she smiles.
Relax. Yes, our job can be dangerous. But before any mission is assigned, Advanced Tech Labs considers the hunter's evol, overall capabilities, and efficacy. Of course, while efficacy can be measured, people are another story. Outside of urgent missions, you're allowed to pick and choose. Don't worry, you won't be forced to resign from Alpha Team on your first day.
Understood. Thank you, Captain Jenna. I feel a vibration on my wrist. As I lift my arm, the Hunter's Watch shows the virtual user interface for missions.
Perfect. Advanced Tech Labs has a job for you.
How narratively
Get
convenient.
them out first, then go take a look. Getting to that place will be tricky. I have a 270HM already parked by the Moveri Bridge for you.
But how did you know? How did you know, Jenna? So let's talk about the eye. That overarching God's eye of a thing. Like, it's interesting how in the most recent chapters, there's this moment where, well, in the most recent chapters as well as earlier in the main story, after this, but earlier than the newer chapters, do we think the eye is her? Like a part of her? Do we think it's something else? Because she's constantly slipping in and out of it. And, well, in and out of this whole cosmic, I'm going to go on an astral walk kind of thing. And then we have her looking at the eye, and the eye looking at her, and her looking at the eye, looking at her in this very complicated everything and nothing kind of way. But this observation, this being watched thing, it's creepy, but also, do we think it's her? Or do we think she's just, when she has those astral out-of-body moments, that she's picking up on some sort of other entity? That's what I'm curious about. I'm not certain where I fall on it, because yes, we've had moments where she is both looking at it and the one looking, and the eye looking at her, and it gets very like Inception but I don't know if I buy that it is her. I think it's a separate entity, whether it's Astra or fucking Carter being a dick in Ever's basement. I don't know. But I'm not fully sold on it being her. A part of her maybe, or something, but I'm not quite on the she is also the eye bandwagon of theory. I think it's more she is experiencing or connecting to something else that's in the deep space tunnel or on the other side of the deep space tunnel. But I don't think it's her. I don't. But now we're going to dive a little bit more into some coincidences and also an introduction of Mr. Raymond. Oh, Mr. Raymond. So nostalgic going back to these earlier chapters. Wow. Half a month ago, Mr. Raymond, a renowned collector in this city and an employer of our client, began to exhibit symptoms of mental confusion and other abnormal behavior. He locked himself in one of his collection rooms after multiple diagnoses, and the possibility of mental illness has been ruled out. The southeastern suburbs of Lincoln City are built near sea and mountain. Many luxurious villas and holiday resorts can be found here. Its prosperity rivals that of the city center. Yet the renowned art collector Mr. Raymond chooses to settle down in... This past seems to never end. The steep winding road through the mountains near the western suburbs is lined with trees that could cover the sky. It's like you're in the wilderness. There's nothing to see, and you can't really go anywhere. If your car breaks down, not that that's foreshadowing at all, if your car breaks down here, you'd be in a bind. Is that my bestie in the chat? Hey, girl. Making a sharp turn, I notice a familiar car parked on the shoulder of the road. A tall figure stands beside it. Ooh, lunchtime, yes! And what are we making for lunch? Are you going fancy or keeping it simple? I know, he's coming, it's your honey. As I drive past him, he turns around and we lock eyes. I'm startled by who it is. Zayne? Oh, yeah, carnita tacos, nice. You can never go wrong with tacos. I slam on the brakes and come to a stop. Then I remove my helmet.
You have that look on your face. What is it?
I mean, there's no need to call me out in public, honey. I was just looking at you. He walks to his car and opens the hood. White smoke billows out. What did he do to the car? That's my question. What did he do to the car? Like, why is it on fire? How is it smoking? He's an ice evolver, number one. Number two, it doesn't look like he crashed into anything. Is it a big hill? Do we think it's a hill? I don't know. Like, get a better car. He's a doctor. He has to have a car that has good handling. I was thinking that maybe I should have been a fortune teller instead of a hunter. You should leave it be, just to be safe. The car system has already called for roadside assistance. Unable to do anything else, Zayne closes the hood, dusts off his hands, and then glances at the motorcycle behind me.
Are you already tackling a difficult mission when not even 2 days have passed?
He's so judgy. I know, you're in it for just the bike ride, but like, he's so judgy. It's not that bad. I'm just here to see if the client's home has any wanderers.
Raymond?
Reddington? No, that's a different show. You know him? We're not going to the same place, are we?
Someone invited me.
Ooh. So what are you going to do? You don't often see Zayne stuck between a rock and a hard place. Stifling a laugh, I clear my throat and get on my motorcycle. I pack the back seat. Come on, let me do my good deed for the day. I'll take you there. Is that it? His judgment is because he's my PCP?
Will you be... Can your motorcycle do it?
Like the doubt in his voice. Like, will you be... What does he think we're gonna do? Pop a wheelie? Are you doubting my driving skills or this vehicle's capabilities?
Both.
At least he's honest. Good luck climbing the mountain, Dr. Zayne. Consider it a workout. Dude, we've only been recently reunited. How are we jacking up his insurance? I start up the motorcycle and the AR navigation system immediately plans out the route.
Advent Navy says you're 13.5 kilometers away.
Okay, that's rude. I am a lovely driver, ma'am. I am a fabulous driver. At that moment, Zayne sits behind me. Let me rephrase. I've gotten better since I moved up to Washington about my driving.
Later. Let's not waste any more time.
You can't hold me responsible for college. Everybody drove fast in college. It was just how that went. I need to return to the hospital later. Let's not get wasted any more time. Where are we? Ah, yes. You're pretty good at going with the flow. Is he?
Adaptability is a virtue.
Adaptability is a virtue. That I do agree with. All right, buckle up and remain seated. Keep your arms and legs at your sides.
I'm aware.
Why do I feel like we're getting on a roller coaster ride? As I step on the gas pedal, the speedometer needle jumps. Caught off guard, Zayne jerks back. Okay, that was... She's such a little shit. I quickly hit the brakes, but he ends up slamming into my back.
Could the driver think of her passenger's safety for a moment, please?
Well, maybe if you were holding on correctly, you wouldn't be bouncing all over the place. We arrive at Raymond's mansion, and the ornate iron gate slowly opens. We're greeted by a desolate courtyard shrouded in eerie silence. The architectural style is of modern design and simplicity. A large pool surrounds it, because that's what rich people do. They get pools. The water's surface, a blanket of blue-green algae. That sounds like it desperately needs to be cleaned. Zayne, are you a close friend of the owner?
He's a former patient of mine who has a serious congenital heart disease.
What kind of person is he? Is he friendly? No.
Nervous?
Yes. Is it obvious? Zayne silently glances at me. A little. This is my first solo mission after all. Weren't you nervous when you did your first surgery?
If I said yes, would that make you feel better?
Yeah! A hint of mirth flashes in his eyes.
I wasn't.
Oh, he's such a dick. He's such a little shit. It's just so true. He so is. And the best bit is he hides it behind so much professionalism and stoicism. And then he's like, by the way, poke. Love that. Love him so much. I want to stomp on his foot, but I hold myself back and stomp on his shadow instead. Entering the mansion, my surroundings seem to blur. What captures my attention is the fish tank in the center of the hall. There's no water in it. An odd skeleton sits in the center of the tank, and under the light it appears dull and pale. Fin-like bones protrude from its pelvis. The skeleton lacks legs, its spine extending like a long string. Its pose is ominously beautiful, resembling a girl with cross-legged. Okay, let's all take a minute to look at the quote-unquote tank. What about that says girl crossing her legs? Like, that is something ascending into an unknown plane of oblivion, like this is frickin' Skyrim. Also, like, look how big that sucker is. We're going off of that's a Lumerian skeleton, obviously. Look how huge that is. That is 2 stories huge. And all I'm going is immediately picturing Rafayel turning into merman self. And I'm going, does he get bigger? Like, in the cutscenes we have of him, it's like he's the same size, he just gets a tail. And I'm now going, I think he gets bigger. I mean, he gets bigger all over the place, but he gets bigger. Is that an ascended form? Like, where does Raymond get the whole skeleton? That's the other kicker. Like, where did he get the skeleton? And like, home decor wise, I'm not, what is happening here? What says, you know what's really homey and inviting? A giant skeleton of a mythical creature that is clearly not mythical, just chillaxing in the middle of the living room. This just inspires comfort and homey. Like, it's so creepy. It's so creepy. I mean, tell me you're evil without not telling me you're evil.
It's just art. Don't overthink it, Miss Hunter.
Is it art? Is it? I think Rafayel would... I think Rafayel would disagree about this kind of art. Well, I'll go return your B-Day gift. What, you got me a skeleton for my birthday? Like, what are you trying to say, babe? You know what Mama needs? Giant-ass skeleton. The butler suddenly appears. He bows before me and Zayne. He doesn't question our arrival. He doesn't seem particularly interested in why we're here either. Hugging the fish tank is a spiral staircase that winds all the way to the ceiling. Clearly, she has no experience with house staff.
Is he still in his collection room?
Everyone knows who he's referring to. Raymond.
Yes, on the 3rd floor. Dr. Zayne, you've been here before, so please make yourself at home.
I don't know if that's how that works. Zayne nods, then the butler turns to me.
Regarding the Wanderer inspection, Miss Hunter, do you need me to accompany you?
I'm familiar with enough BBC shows with staff to know that staff don't ask these kind of questions. I know, everybody has a butler in this game. Like, the butlers are just coming out of the woodwork. Granted, we kind of gave Sylus a butler. I still maintain he has one. Like, with all his properties, you know he's got a property manager. But it's just, everybody's got a butler in this game. Butlers are making a comeback in the Love and Deepspace world. No, it's okay. I'd like to look around first. Powder keg. Also, they're putting the skeleton next to the piano. Just giant skeleton of death. Piano. After the butler and Zayne leave, I begin to explore the mansion without a warrant. While the skeleton is suspicious, neither is it? Oh, I'm so glad she's caught that the skeleton is suspicious. I'd hate for her to be like, yeah, I've got to sing the dirges, you know, while we're staring at a skeleton. We have to compose our laments and our dirges. While the skeleton is suspicious, neither the Hunter's Watch nor my Evol can detect any metaflux from it. Maybe it's just a quirky decoration. This is not quirky. This is creepy. Quirky is like those little kitschy rooster kettles and things of that nature. Like, quirky is you decide to get a wafer iron that makes Sailor Moon waffles. That's quirky. Giant ass skeleton of a species that has been hunted to minor extinction. That's not quirky. That's just evil. I know you would own the Sailor Moon waffle maker. Oh god, I forgot you had the Pokemon sandwich press. I climb up the stairs. Above me is the collection room on the 3rd floor. Through the door, I can hear 2 people talking.
I've invited you to my home several times before. You only visit when I'm not feeling well. Dr. Zayne, I wonder if you see me as a patient or just a subject for observation.
I mean, dude, he's just not that into you. Take the hint. He doesn't want to go steady.
According to the OXO remote monitor, your vital sign data has improved. The equipment also determined your age to be far younger than what it actually is.
Aren't you curious about why I haven't died yet?
I mean, the good die young, the evil live forever. You've got a skeleton downstairs, dude.
I'll admit I was for a time. However, it was nothing more than that.
I don't think he's the same voice actor. You're talking about Raymond, right? Yeah, I don't think he's the same voice actor as Noah. Doesn't sound like it. Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like it. The silence in the mansion almost amplifies every sound, making the conversation upstairs anything but pleasant. I'm hesitant about climbing up the steps. I'll wait for them to finish talking. I haven't even taken 2 steps when a bone-chilling laugh resounds, followed by a feeble coughing fit.
Your colleague praised you, saying there are things only the 2 of you can do. I'm very curious now. Xander Sciences will provide you with the best staff, the best lab, and even the best treatment.
So we finally get our first real mention of Xander Sciences. Our first introduction of them, when they'll come back into play.
Dr. Zayne, what you perceive as the limit of your talent is just another beginning in your career.
When you reach the finish line, I'll be right there cheering for you.
That line is stone cold. Like, the first time I heard this line, I totally blew past it. But now I'm like, oh, that's just brutal. Zayne is like, yeah, and when you die, I'll be there to cheer you on. That's essentially what that is. I'm just like, oh, God, Zayne. Wow. Wow. Dawnbreaker is showing, babe. Your Dawnbreaker is showing. Lost in thought, I lean on the windowsill by the staircase. Gazing at the chirping birds outside, the sound of footsteps brings me back to reality. I turn around to see Zayne going down the stairs. He doesn't look away. On the handrail, his hand has countless faint scars.
Listening in?
Not really. It seems like someone is trying to headhunt you. You're good at not giving in to temptation. That's a loaded line.
Please don't put me on a pedestal. I'm just a normal doctor. I have no intention of straying from the path I've chosen.
What is with these boys and always constant being like, no, totes, totally normal. Xavier's in the middle of multiple wanderers taking a nap and going, I'm totally normal. Zayne's like, hey, I'm totally normal. Nothing to see here. Just don't look behind the curtain. Don't question anything at all. Eavesdropping isn't exactly polite, especially when Zayne's personal matters are involved. I steer the conversation in a different direction. And of course, this is where we get a bit of an exposition dump on Zayne. A normal doctor who won the Starcatcher Award and is the youngest person to receive the Lindy Award. I promise I'll never be late to your appointments in the future. I make a gesture to show I'm swearing on my honor as a joke. Zayne reaches out to put my hand back at my side, but then an almost imperceptible ripple appears in the air, like someone plucked a cord. It's Metaflux. The residence trail leads straight to the collection room. I run up the last few steps, and the Hunter Watch confirms my suspicions. Metaflux is gathering at an alarming speed behind the heavy door. The current situation forces me to kick the door down. Raymond is sprawled out on the carpet, unconscious. Like, that's pretty dang impressive. If this is his collection room, you gotta figure that door isn't, like, a slouchy door. And the fact that she kicks it in, like, girl, where'd you get the superpowers? The lights flicker as I sense an invisible pressure weighing down on me. The Wanderer is on the move. Zayne, get him out of here. I'll handle this.
How long will you be able to last?
Whoosh! An icicle flies towards the Wanderer that appeared. In a blink of an eye, Zayne is standing next to me.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
He sounds so inconvenienced. He's on a schedule, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're gonna continue to skip the battle scenes. No one needs to see my auto.
Male, 39 years old. He collapsed from shock because a Wanderer appeared 5 minutes ago. No external injuries. His heart rate is normal and his pupils react normally to light. The address is...
After contacting a rescue helicopter, Zayne helps the butler move Raymond to another room. The Hunter's Watch scans every corner of the collection room, sending data back to HQ. Why am I stumbling over this word? Intelligentsia type. Estimated threat level to be at least B, had yet to form a protocore. There are no casualties or any metaflux. Over and out. Now, I forget, they've mentioned a couple of times, especially in Chapter 1, and we know through playing through the game, that Wanderer, when you kill a Wanderer, you get a protocore. But is... Nikki, remind me, are the protocores only from Wanderers? I feel like that's the case, but I could be wrong. Or, no, they're creating protocores. I feel like I'm asking the question, what came first, chicken or the egg? Both. The answer is both. But yes, the protocores come from Wanderers. To get a protocore, you got to kill a Wanderer. But I feel, I'm like, Yeah, no, yeah. I'm overthinking a little. Or I'm remembering something wrong. A notification appears, telling me the mission is now considered complete, but I can't shake off a lingering sense of unease. And you'll notice once again, Rafayel's painting in the back, blue and red. That repetition of blue and red. While the Wanderer has been dealt with, something still feels off about this room. A stunning oil painting hangs on the wall opposite of the sofa. It depicts a brilliant blue sea with cascading white waves. Each brush stroke feels alive, as if countless fairies are jumping out of the water. At the edge of the sea, the water is gradually stained crimson, like something is being torn apart, swallowed, and coalescing into a blood clot. What a peculiar painting. I try to scan it, but there's nothing. I place my hand on the frame and try to resonate with it. The gloomy weather, the sound of the ocean, a salty humidity slowly creeps into my hair. This is... I come back to my senses and realize I'm standing in the ocean. I turn around and spot a girl by the shore, the lower half of her body submerged in water. Strange, it's almost like she's crying and laughing at the same time. Now, question, every time she has a hallucination, is she seeing past her? Because it's also Rafayel painting these paintings. This isn't the only painting we come across in the story that causes hallucinations. Do we think it's just her, or do we think that it's also other memories that Rafayel is having when we are having these multiple hallucinations? This one I think is her. But I think some of the other ones are hints at something else. But this one I think might be a reference to the past. Yeah, I like to think it's a mix of memories of both of them. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a combination happening here. I do think in some of the hallucinations, it's his memories, and in some of them it's triggering her. The thing I'm curious about with this one that she's remembering is where in the timeline she's remembering. Because it'll be this one, and there's another painting where she hallucinates about being by herself on a beach, singing or praying or wishing for Raphael's return because he's gone off somewhere. So I'm just wondering where in the timeline she is. You think this is when your sentence got cut off, babe? Yeah, that makes sense. She's a kid watching Kiddo Raph went home. Mm-hmm. The swirling fog carries a faint, ethereal melody on the sea breeze. It sounds like a song, yet it's also a lament. Always laments with them. It's a lament with Rafayel. It's a dirge with Sylus. Always a lot of that. It's love and grief space. If we're not grieving, are we really playing the game? I can't help but move toward her, but the fog becomes incredibly dense and everything begins to blur. A chilling cold gradually surrounds me. Yeah, and yearning with Caleb.
Snap out of it.
This is totally Moonstruck. Zayne's getting his share on. I blink a few times. I'm back in Raymond's collection room.
Did something catch your eye? You were in a daze.
God, it's also so interesting to listen to the voice actors in chapters 1 and chapters 2. Because you can hear them, like, finding the groove of the character. Like, they're there, but you can tell the evolution between the voice actors in the beginning and the voice actors where they are now. And how they've tweaked the voice acting a little bit. Seriously, you've been smacking it against my neck? I love also that he finds an object to freeze. I'm like, sir, your hands are ice. Just touch her. Like, cold hand on the back of the neck totally wakes anybody up out of dead sleep. I can guarantee this. I don't know what's worse, cold hand on the back of the neck or frozen toes on the back of your calf. Both are vicious. Both will wake you up out of, like, you could be dead and you will resurrect from the sensation. I swear.
The teacup didn't work, so I had no choice but to increase the dosage.
Did you?
What happened?
I shake my head and look at the painting again. A Metaflux-infused painting causing hallucinations. Could this be why Raymond was acting strange? Was it also the Wanderer's hiding place? The rescue helicopter arrives and takes in the unconscious Raymond. Zayne insists on accompanying him to the hospital.
Take care. Try not to forget the time of your next checkup.
I know. Don't forget about your car. Make sure it gets repaired.
Thank you.
Well, remember, Raymond comes back. Yeah, I mean, he's acting a little strange. Feels like Raymond is a little, yeah, it's... Raymond is headhunting Zayne for Xander's science. But Zayne doesn't want to go, because Zayne is very much in his I must save people era, and Xander's science is definitely not into saving people. They're just into the science. With or without regulation, they don't really care. Also, if I call, isn't it Raymond who gives you the mission for, is it finding Tobias in the Abyssal Chaos? You'll think like that's Raymond who does that. Been a while since I played Abyssal Chaos because I maxed that one all out, and I've been in Flowers of Kali. Watching the helicopter disappear into the clouds, I let out a sigh of relief. I turn on my comms again and look at the mansion. Mission HMU00483015. Coordinates are my current location. There's an oil painting that needs special treatment. Next target. The oil painting is taken back to HQ. I sit down in a chair at data analysis as Tara skillfully pulls up information from various databases.
There wasn't a lot of metaflux to extract. It'll be a while before the analysis gives us any useful info.
Can we figure out where the painting came from?
Already ahead of you. Sold from an art gallery called Flux Arts. It's owned by Thomas. He's a professional art broker. The painting's artist is Rafayel. He's pretty famous, always on the news. Probably why you've heard of him before.
Beep. The transmission is complete. Tara's synchronized data appears on my Hunter's Watch. Rafayel, 24 years old, an artist who returned to the country at the start of this year. He's a once-in-a-century genius. I love how they describe him. Records show Rafayel came back from a trip not too long ago. He's an odd one. No one knows his background or his hometown. He rarely interacts with other artists.
Industry insiders say Rafayel locks himself in his studio for half the year, then spends the rest of his time traveling the world for inspiration. As for his paintings...
I would kill for that. 6 months on, 6 months off. That'd be great. That's work-life balance.
Just last month, his art broke the record for highest selling price at Lizio auctions. An artist of this caliber, meeting him in person might be challenging.
Don't you worry, girl. I got a Thomas. I skimmed through a long list of awards before stopping. I can read. Before stopping to look at a photo of him. A sense of deja vu washes over me. He's that rambling weirdo with the fish? Yes, dear. The photo's a good shot. through the glass in the middle of the crowd. It captures the moment he turns to look at the camera. He seems to be smiling, yet there's a subtle aloofness. He's quite different from the person I met at that time. Might be challenging, still means there's a chance. Where's the gallery located? The next morning, the Hunters Association arranges a meeting with Thomas. He's not only the owner of Flux Arts, but also Rafayel's agent, that poor, poor man. Aside from running the gallery, he handles all external affairs for this artist. Since Rafayel refuses visitors, Thomas is the only ticket to meeting the man himself. A white building stands tall in the city's central business district. Flux Arts is on the highest floor.
I'm sorry. Thomas is dealing with an emergency right now. If you're not in a hurry, he said you could walk around the exhibition as you wait.
Thank you very much. After giving me a guidebook, the staff member quickly leaves. In the exhibition, the snow-white walls are bare. The overhead light casts a soft light on them. The more I walk around, the more empty and lonely this place is. That's not a metaphor at all. I know, emergency equals Rafayel, right? I'm dealing with an emergency, i.e. I am calling Rafayel for the 36th time in the last 3 minutes, trying to get this boy to finish a painting so I can sell it. Seriously, Thomas needs hazard pay. He needs hazard pay. There doesn't seem to be any fluctuations. The spotlight illuminates a large oil painting taking up half a wall. As I get closer to it, I can see each delicately painted brushstroke, the different colored layers representing the sea. This painting is...
The Day of Ebbing.
Ah, yes, the Day of Ebbing. All the Rafayel girlies know the Day of Ebbing. A voice from who knows where echoes throughout the large exhibition. It sounds familiar. I look around, but the hall is empty.
Every year there's a day when the tides go against the ocean currents, and using the night's countercurrent, creatures from the deep sea are washed ashore.
Again, this isn't metaphor or symbolism at all that is remotely relevant. It's just really poetic, we promise. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Once the tides recede at dawn, they return home. As a result, everything they met that night turns into distant memories of the surface world. Some deep-sea creatures are obsessed with the world outside the ocean, desiring its warmth. They stubbornly wait for the sunrise before returning, all just for a sun they've never, ever seen before.
The person stops talking. Seconds turn into minutes before he responds in a languid tone.
Hey, I'm Rafayel. This is my art exhibition.
I love how they do this. Oh, they have Rafayel in this scene. The exhibition hall is silent. The hologram projector casts a soft glow as if to reflect faint particles in the air. Are you a voice assistant? You always answer my questions.
Really? Voice assistant? You know, your naming skills are kinda worrying. Just saying.
I can't help it every time. I just like how insulted he sounds.
I'm the embodiment of his inspiration and thoughts, more or less.
Oh, God. I'm the embodiment of his inspirations and thoughts. Really? His voice is cold yet laced with a hint of nonchalance. Ah, it's an AI. They're here too! AIs are everywhere, everybody. Will you answer my questions? Will you answer any questions I ask about the paintings?
Yeah, sure. If I know the answer, that is.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you could show me around. After turning a few corners, I find myself in a separate exhibition room, but there isn't anything on the wall. According to the guidebook, the painting that's supposed to be here is the one Raymond purchased.
The painting can't be properly displayed at the moment, so we're just going to use some fancy hologram tech.
A beam of light shines from above onto the wall. Colors chaotically mixed together on this makeshift canvas. Waves with white sea foam appear, the azure ocean rippling out and revealing a gradient of colors from the water surface to its depths. It feels similar to the painting I saw in Raymond's mansion, but not quite. So what's the story behind the painting?
A dream.
His voice is suddenly softer, carrying an indescribable sadness.
When I was a kid, I had dreamed I turned into a fish. I swam and swam and swam from the deep sea, seeking a place beyond the water's surface, only to end up in blood-red seawater.
Again, that blue and that red. The light shifts with his voice, casting a shimmering gleam. It's like looking at the glittering waves. The room seems to ebb and flow like the sea. A pinkish hue gradually shifts into a dark crimson. Why did the sea turn red? He doesn't answer my question. Maybe he didn't detect any important keywords. So he just kept talking.
It was the first time I ever saw such a color. Who knows how many years I've spent trying to recreate it, but I never really could get that same shade of red. It was always a slightly different hue, you know?
As someone who's had experience dyeing her hair red, that is so true. No two reds are the same. You could use the exact same formula, different color every time. For some reason, I can almost hear the faint melody from Raymond's mansion again.
Sorry, miss.
The lights in the exhibition hall return to normal, and the hologram vanishes. As if waking from a dream, I turn around to see a man standing behind me. He must have approached me when I wasn't looking.
I'm Rafayel's art gallery manager, Thomas.
And unfortunately, he's married. I'm telling you, he's married. I remember this. I think it's in the Lunar New Year memory, but he's married. So, sorry, not sorry, Nikki. It's in the Lunar memory. You have it. Thomas leans back in his uniquely designed chair. What does that mean? His uniquely designed chair. Crossing his legs. His leather dress shoes shine. He motions for me to sit down across from him. I see you got to know for matchmaking purposes. Who are you putting Thomas with? I fill him in on what transpired on Raymond's mansion. I even mentioned the Wanderer being possibly connected to the painting. Thomas's face turns pale, but he quickly regains his composure.
So you're suggesting Rafayel might have messed with his own painting?
It doesn't matter if he's responsible or not, since the Wanderer could have been in the art, his studio, Rafayel himself. The Wanderer could have been in Rafayel? I don't think they meant it the way that comes across. The Wanderer is within him. And even your gallery might be in danger. Please tell me everything you know. Thomas rubs his expensive cufflinks, hesitating. It takes a while before he finally speaks.
Mr. Raymond, a renowned art collector famous for his discerning taste, graced Flux Arts with his presence last month.
Okay. Nikki, honey, I love you. Captain Jenna and Thomas, no. I can go a lot of places with you. That is not one. On that is one shipping lane you and I will not share.
Despite the gallery being filled with better paintings, he was utterly smitten with that one. He needed to buy it.
No, I'm sorry. I can't do Captain Jenna and Thomas. No. No, I can't even see that. Just no. No. I almost went with Thomas and Talia, but Talia is definitely married. And Thomas, I'm like, I mean, could you do Thomas and Yvonne? That could be an interesting pairing, except for the fact where Thomas is married. So no. Captain Jenna and Tara, that's where those two go together. I know, Yvonne and Grayson, I love, they're such a great duo. They're such a great duo. Despite the gallery being filled with better paintings, he was utterly smitten with that one. He needed to buy it.
Had to nag Rafayel before he finally agreed to sell it.
Thomas and Jeremiah? No. I thought we were doing Jeremiah with Isaiah.
During the process of arranging, displaying, and selling the painting, more than a dozen people have been in contact with it. No one mentioned anything about a wanderer.
But what if someone starts to hallucinate because of his art? Yes, Pi and Thomas would absolutely be friends. That I can agree with. That there is the common ground once again between the two of us. Balance has been restored. Thomas pauses for a moment, then bursts into a fit of laughter.
What a nice compliment. Making people literally go crazy over artwork isn't something many artists can pull off these days.
Are you saying he's trying to cause drama to increase the value of his work? Which is like, oh, yeah, this is definitely before MC knows Rafayel, because that's the most absurd question she could have asked. But she asked. I need to do positive reinforcement. Every time she asks a question, I need to positively reinforce it so that she will continue to do so. Because for the love of God, why is it in the later chapters she stops asking questions?
I wish. If Rafayel cared about that stuff, my job would be a piece of cake. Wait until you meet him. You'll see what I mean. He did mention something a while back, said he often heard strange noises in the studio late at night. I thought he was trying to trick me. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, he's sick. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, a wanderer showed up. Could you do me a favor and check if there's actually a wanderer at his studio? I would love to see the tomfoolery he plans to do next.
Tomfoolery is such a good word. A thread of light quivers in the air. The sudden metaflux fluctuation draws my attention to a display case by the wall. What are those over there? He looks over his shoulder.
Oh, coral stones. Rafayel uses them for his paint. Are you interested in them?
And you know, considering how like Rafayel, even though he's not Thomas, please call his ass out. You know Thomas is gonna call Raphael's ass out. What was I saying? Oh yes. Rafayel is sensitive to evil, not as much as she is because of her Enhausen class and her resonance. But you know that Rafayel knew there was metaflux in those coral stones. Like, you know he knew. And he was like, I don't care. Must paint. Walking up to the display case, I see the stones are a vibrant red, almost like blood. I pick one up. This is the source. Can I take it with me when I see Rafayel?
Sure.
Thomas walks over to the French window Outside, a beautiful scenery as far as the eye can see. I look at where he's pointing. In the distance is a gorgeous ivory structure extending toward the sea.
Visit the giant white building over there on White Sand Bay. That's where he lives. His memory is non-existent, so the door's open. You can just walk right in.
Oh, the irony. His memory is non-existent after he goes after her all the time for her bad memory.
Could you tell him to hurry up on that painting he's working on? I already sold it to someone.
How do you... This is how you know how good Thomas is. He sold a painting that hasn't even been finished yet, which means there's no finished product to look at. It's just the hint or promise of a painting from Rafayel. And the buyer was like, yep, don't care what it is. I'll take it. Oh, yeah, no. He legit does not care. Rafayel legit does not care. Do.
He's here, right? I sense energy traces behind this door.
I do love this scene. So well designed. And God, after the new chapters, we're back here painting this thing. After the new chapters. This is so wild.
Who is it? The studio's closed. Wait, aren't you the hunter from before? You... Move!
I dodge
Ow,
every time,
really
I'm not gonna lie.
hurts. I didn't think you'd be that quick. I'm not sure if I should call you heartless or decisive.
I never not hit that QTE. I'm like, you can hit the floor, babe. It's fine. Oh, God. At least he's a good host and he made tea.
I really can't tell if it's destiny or bad karma for us to meet again after 2 days. Anyway, you're not here to check on the fish, are you?
You know that I'm a hunter, right? I'm here to deal with the Wanderer problem.
Oh? I had no idea there was something dangerous at the studio. Ah, wait. Now I remember. I did hear some weird noises while I was painting earlier. It was very annoying. Thomas sent you, huh?
A Wanderer chewing on his canvas? Could be connected. So where are they?
I'm not an animal that can use my ears to locate some prey. It's probably downstairs, upstairs, or somewhere else. In any case, wanderers are everywhere. Literally. I even heard there's one that's sort of like a lemon. Am I wrong? One time I dreamt about slimy rainbow-colored wanderers. The
He
paint
likes
can't
to
be
talk a lot.
mutating, right?
Unlike the Rafayel in those magazine interviews. Is this what you use to make your paints?
Thomas let you have it?
Other than rocks, do you use anything else that's weird?
Well, nothing is weird if you can get color from it. Fine. Do mummy bandages count? Different refinement processes don't necessarily produce the same tint of brown,
That's
though.
not what I meant. What else is there?
You've asked me so many questions. Yet you're not here to solve my issues, are you?
What are you?
I've only used this batch of coral stone pigment for one painting.
Hey, Miss Fandom! I'm so glad you could make it! Yeah, I'm still going. I was gonna end the stream at 1 o'clock, but I wanted to get to the end of chapter 2. So we're soldiering on in our replay and reaction to the story.
So you knew about Raymond. His erratic behaviors related to you.
What sort of twisted logic is this? And why are you only thinking about everyone else? I'm a victim too. Also, that coral stone is mine. Give it to me, now.
You're not
Such a
going to tell
pouty
me the
baby.
truth, are you? If your art causes any more problems, it won't be just me next time.
Really? A hunter can only be patient for 3 minutes? I wasn't done talking. Let me check first. I also would like to know if the problem here is the coral stone.
I love how casual he is about, let me just pop some blood on this. See, and now there's the bluefish. We got our pair.
Illusions.
Well, that explains why I started hearing things right after getting a paper cut.
Fluctuations. Do you have a lot of valuables here?
Depends on who you ask.
Answer me.
Not really.
Then you should hide. Now. Leave the Wanderer to me.
Excuse me? This is my house. You should be the one hiding. Don't damage my treasures.
Again, man casually takes a dagger out of his chest. No questions. She was doing so well, like with Zayne and Xavier, and just these questions of like, hey, that makes no sense. Rafayel's like, here, dagger out of nowhere, slice open finger, totally lights up the coral, and she's like, legit, no questions, no notes. Like, what? What? Come on, girl, you were doing so well. This is where it all went off the rails for her, apparently. Just no follow-ups, no notes. Okay, as I said, I'm gonna skip over the battle because, you know, nobody needs to see the auto.
The metaflux is stronger. Is it because of Rafayel's blood?
Looks like they're all A-okay. The Wanderer was nice enough not to harm them.
I see this coral stone is imbued with some metaflux. Where did you get it?
You can't just buy coral stones from the market. I might have bartered with the Sardinian locals, or maybe...
Your memory cannot be that bad.
Want to check my collection log?
You have a log?
There are millions...
Hey girl, be nice. This is my first solo stream. We don't need to drag my butt out there on battle on manual. Like, no. It's good. We're good. This is about story. We are focusing on story. This is about plot. Battle is your neck of the woods, not mine. I chose what I'm good at, and I acknowledge what I'm good at. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Like, that's the way this goes. You're so cruel.
of colors. Some people even create samples of their own paint. If there's actually a problem with the source, how are you guys gonna deal with it?
Investigate. Might have to close off the area.
I won't just give it to you for free, unless we get an alternative. Coral stones can be found near Lincoln City. I was planning to have a look-see. It's a shame I got injured today. I can't even lift a paintbrush. I'll be in trouble if I encounter any danger.
All right. What do you want?
I saw how you fought, quick and precise. That final strike was unlike anything I've seen before. If you could be my bodyguard.
What?
Protect me on our journey together. If we find an alternative, I'll happily give you what's in my hand right now. Don't worry, I can wait. Consider this a private commission from yours truly. The door is over there.
This mission is too important.
He's so sly.
I have no choice but to play
sly.
along for now. All right, I'll do it. But don't push your luck.
Great, I'll let you know the time and place. My safety is in your hands.
Oh yes, because you need such help and such saving. Such a sly boy. All right, here we go. Hot pursuit. I look out the train's window. The scenery rapidly fades into the distance.
Due to the frequent appearances of wanderers, property values surrounding Imperial Ring District 23 have plummeted. Experts are calling on hunters to address the issue. Skyhaven Aerospace Academy's opening day is just around the corner. Those interested in a campus tour can sign up on the official website.
So we're sprinkling in some of those mentions. Above the glass dome of the train, looming metallic skyscrapers gradually appear. The neon lights flicker in the rain, their kaleidoscope colors reflected on the windows. The coral stones, Metaflux is faint. It must not be easy to detect, huh?
Don't worry. I'll let you know the results as soon as we get them. But we did stumble upon something new at the abandoned research base. Interested?
Of course I'm interested. I'm way too curious for my own good. What did they find? A box with illegally sold protocors?
No. A stele. It's got all these weird patterns and symbols. They found it in the area we've been keeping an eye on.
But wasn't the base specialized in researching protocors? How did this happen?
Who knows? Sadly, part of it blown up. Nero mentioned something about it.
Something's not right. I look up, the glass dome reflecting weary faces illuminated by the screen's glow. It's evening rush hour and the train is mostly filled with office workers and students.
What is that?
Amidst the panic, the train exits the tunnel. At that moment, accompanied by an alert from Hunter's Watch, a shadow passes the dome.
It sounds pretty loud over there. Is something happening?
There's a wanderer outside the train. Sync up with my position now.
Got it. Switching to the emergency comms channel. Stay on your toes.
We are approaching Universum Station. Please get ready to exit the train. Passengers should use the doors on the left.
I'm half surprised she didn't say stay frosty. The energy fluctuation monitor inside the station has already sounded the alarm. I quickly leave the train and grab the arm of a staff member who was pushed to me by the crowd. I'm a hunter from Unicorns. Evacuate everyone. Until the alarm is lifted, do not let anyone re-enter the station. The young man with silver hair stands in front of a vending machine. He moves his wrist near the green code scanner. Click. He slowly bends down. He's waiting for the energy drink to roll into the compartment, seemingly oblivious to the chaos around him.
You got a new mission. Go help out your new teammate.
Hey, young lady. You can't go there.
When he lifts his head, a figure enters his line of sight. They gracefully walk on the train's dome and leap over the platform, landing several meters away.
We didn't expect things to escalate so quickly. I've sent you the rendezvous coordinates. You'll also receive her personal info.
The hunter fastens the strap to the specialized hunter zip line and gives it a strong pull. Whoosh! She disappears, a dot in the night sky.
No need to bother. We've met before.
You know her already? Regardless, her abilities are unique compared to the rest. You need to protect her.
Xavier looks up, staring at the dark clouds in the sky that have encroached over the city.
She doesn't need protection.
Yeah, Jenna. Lightning illuminates the night. Thunder roars as heavy rain engulfs the neon-lit Lincoln. And that's where chapter 2 ends, everybody. That was a lot. They pack a lot of information in the first 2 chapters. And you don't really realize how many plot threads they've already started that you can see building over the course of the chapters and where we're going in the future. As I said, we've laid the groundwork for several themes to be in play. We've got time. We started with time. We opened with time. We had Tracebacker 2 as our very first scene in the entire story, discussing being stuck in loops and the cyclical nature of time, the repetition of time, which we're going to see play out throughout the entire story in all of the plot lines. So you've got that theme recurring, specifically with Xavier, but you have the hints of it happening definitely with Zayne, with Sylus and Caleb. We keep coming back to it. It's a very critical theme throughout the entire story. And then the start of the individual motifs is starting to build. The red and blue for Rafayel, the Xavier with his balance of the light and the dark. As we've talked about on the podcast, the allies are kind of designed to be foils to each other. They have their partner, their pairing. So you've got, Sylus is technically the pair to Xavier. You've got Caleb and Zayne going. So we're starting to see the movement here. I know, so many fishy jokes to make and not enough time. A couple of conspiracy notes that we're sitting on here is, of course, always, how much does Jenna know? How far back does the relationship between Xavier and Jenna, and by relationship, I mean working relationship, go between Xavier and Jenna? How much does Jenna know about backtrackers? Does she know about backtrackers at all? How much about Xavier does she know? And the fact that Jenna targeted her out the gate. There's a reason why they had to state that Jenna picked MC as soon as the list became public. Whether that's implying that she already knew about MC or something else at play with the politics, they've definitely got Jenna hanging out there at the top being like, I'm just gonna sit here. I know a lot, but I'm not gonna say anything. And then the unpacking of what happened 14 years ago. We see a lot of conclusions happening with the chapter releases, but we're still getting piecemealed on what exactly happened during the Chrono catastrophe and 14 years ago, and all the different players that were there at the time. We've got Terra was confirmed there, saved by Jenna. We know through the story that, of course, MC is there, but she gets rescued by Rafayel. My interesting question about all of this is, where was Caleb during the catastrophe? I want to know that. We know Sylus was there, who came through during that time. So there's a convergence happening that they're brushing on and setting up, but they haven't necessarily fully unfolded that. And I think given what they're building towards, especially with the latest chapter drop, we're gonna hopefully get more about the Chrono Shift coming our way and some more unveiling about what happened at that time. So yeah, my hope is for this stream, changing pace, switching tangents. My hope for this stream really is to become an organic conversation with you about the story. I really want to know your thoughts, your theories, what parts stood out to you, what were the character moments that really kind of pinged for you, that stood out to you, or just fun for you. I mean, they've taken the time to build such a rich world for us in a game that, you know, you could easily throw away as it's an Otome game, it's a dating game, tra-la-la. They didn't have to go as hard as they have in the areas that they have. I mean, it's a reason why this game is making a lot of money. But the story itself, the world building is so rich and there's so much there to unpack. So I'm hoping that we can get together on Tuesdays and play through and kind of either debunk theories that have been at play before, come up with our new ones, make connections that maybe we missed now that we've got this new story. And yeah, so any suggestions you have for the stream, I'm totally open for. I kind of want this to be our stream together that we make. And I'm looking forward to building it with you. So for those of you who left comments in the chat, it was really fun talking to you. And thank you to my bestie for coming in towards the end to chat and to moderate for me. As always, Nikki, you are my favorite. And for Miss Fandom as well, thank you so much for popping in during your lunch break and chatting. It's always good to see you in the comments. I really sincerely appreciate your time, everybody. And yeah, let's see what this goes. So any suggestions, leave them, and I hope to see you later this week for my more solo content. It won't be Lads Central. It's going to be more on narrative gaming and story games and some horror, because I want to try and get into that genre. But hopefully I will have the tech together, and next time I will be streaming properly on the Mama Void solo YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I was blocked for 24 hours, so we're over here in Love with Deepspace. But yeah, so thanks everybody. It was really great having you here, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.